Today we're going to unbox my Derwent Drawing Pencils. I am so flipping excited about this. I cannot believe I finally have my hands on them. They were out of stock for the longest time. I ordered these right around Christmas and it's been several weeks. This is the full set, the 72 set of the Derwent Drawing Pencils. I have heard so many of my awesome friends talk about these pencils. So of course, I'm going to pick them up for myself. The tin is beautiful. I'm probably not going to leave them in here. I love how it comes shrink wrapped. The cheapest I was able to find was from Dick Blick, so that's where I got them from. Wow, holy cow, my friends. I am so stinking excited. And I did hear, who was it that said to do this? It might have been Sarah Renee Clark. It might have been someone else said to use the lid to hold the other part of it so that then they're both sturdier. And I flipping love that idea. My understanding is that these pencils are more animal realistic colors. So you're not going to get the fluorescent colors. I am here for it. As a realist, as an animal artist, if this is the first time we're meeting, welcome to Tara Tripoli Arts. I'm Tara. I'm so glad you're here. If you're not new, welcome back. I am very new to adult coloring, but I'm not new to art. I've been an artist for almost 30 years. I'll put some images on the screen so you can kind of see my vibe. I am so stinking excited to test out these Derwents. I do have Derwent Inktense, and a lot of times in videos, I just say Derwents. Well, Derwent has a lot of different pencils. What I understand about these is that they are, oh my word, amazing. The Chinese white Derwent pencil, my understanding is it is the best white pencil that there is. A shout out to Jana who sent me a Derwent white pencil. So I do have one and I have tested it out just a little bit, but not really. So now I'm excited because now I'm going to have two of them. I cannot wait to see what these colors look like. I do have my Swatchdex. You can swatch them out on anything. I'm going to swatch them out on here, and I'm going to speed you up and do a voiceover so we can get through that part much faster. So what I like to do with the Swatchdex cards, I actually like to draw a line down the center. Let's see. I am so particular with wanting things to be the same that there is a pencil that I prefer to use, not pencil. I like the 0.2. All right. So Tom, if you don't know, Tom is my husband. He said, anytime you have to do things more than 3 times, make a jig. So he made this jig for me. And it's been really handy. So I'm using this just to help me. It's divided directly in half, so that I can get my perfectly centered line on the cards. There's 72 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 12 of each of these. If I want to use, depending on how I want to lay them out, and I wonder if I want to do it the way that they are in here. I don't know. Do you guys leave them in the order that they come in? A lot of times I do, because what happens is I just get to know the colors that I prefer. And so I gravitate to those. But I do feel like when they're really pretty on like this, the card, maybe it can help. I don't know. I am so OCD. I'm trying not to overcomplicate things, because what's going to happen then is I'm almost going to get frozen and not be able to do anything because I'm so overly concerned with doing it the right way. Can I get a thumbs up if you've ever felt like that and can appreciate it? So yeah, I'm going to keep them in the order that they're in and just hope for the best. And if I don't like it, I guess I can do more swatch cards. I mean, I could swatch them out somewhere else. I just don't think I want to go through all of that trouble. I think I'm going to start with white and work my way across. And I am going to take them out of the tins so I won't have to worry about my counters. Tom will be very happy about that. Do you swatch out white? Because you're clearly not going to see it, the 7200 Chinese white. am looking at these colors, they are phenomenal. All it's making me want to do is portraits. Incredible skin colors. Like I'm looking at this, definitely in skin. All of these, no wonder this set of pencils is so talked about by portrait artists and animal artists. Without a doubt, I absolutely love the colors. I can't wait to test this out. I'm actually working on a portrait in our featured artist, Hannah Carlson, and I just finished her face, and now we need to do the hair. I'm using these without a doubt. But first, let's grab our testing book, the book that we, in the page that we consistently use to test out different mediums, and give it a whirl. I love using Small Victories to test out pages. So let me move this to the side. The other thing I wanted to mention, I did it backwards. So I started swatching them at the highest numbers and ended with the lowest. It doesn't matter. They're just going in a different order than they usually go when I'm looking at stuff. And would I have wanted to put them in a different order? Maybe, but I don't want to get bogged down worrying about this because I am so OCD. It's going to keep me stuck, and that's not what I'm looking for. So here is the page that we are using to test things out. I have been going to town with the zigs, so I was testing those out in this book too. So, I mean, this is definitely not a cohesive page anymore, but I really don't care. I think I want to do a blue flower here. So let's do 2900. And it's going to take a little bit of time for me to get used to these. Because as you can see right here, I mean, yeah, it looks like it, but not really. But that's how all pencils are. So just using light pressure. They feel really nice going down. I didn't even sharpen them, and this is definitely not a sharp enough point. Now I'm going to go in with the 3000. Keeping this in my hand too, I am going to sharpen it. I'm not entirely sure if I should go to the polychromo side or the other side on this, so I think I'm going to do it in the middle. Holy cow, look at that point. Are you guys seeing that point? Holy cow, are you guys seeing that? Wow, okay. I was nervous with it being inside of there. I did it on the middle setting of my pencil sharpener. They feel so creamy. I love that I can get such a sharp point with a wax-based pencil. I definitely was wanting something that's a little sturdier than a Prismacolor, a little bit more realistic colors that I like, but also, I'm going to sharpen this one. Look at that, my friends. It's very scary. It stays in there longer than with any other pencil because it makes sense. They're so thick. Polychromos, I love Polychromos pencils so much because I like layering. I'm curious to see how many layers I can get with a pencil like this. So now I want a green color, and I'm kind of vibing. I think I'm vibing these colors, 5140 and 5110. So that is Sage Leaf 5140 and Light Moss 5110. Let's sharpen both of these. Just hope for the best. Starting with the lighter color. Do you have these pencils? Do you love them? What a pretty color. Like that is very, very pretty. I'm kind of wanting to try the white. Let's sharpen it. Oh, it is very opaque. I think that's what you want with the white. I know a lot of people use white just to blend, but I like using a colorless blender for that too. Very, very pretty. Muted colors, but I did pick muted colors. Let's get a little bit more of a pop of color for this one. And remember, we're not going to get neons in this set. I want to do this color. So pretty, the 2300. And I think I'm going to do the 2100 and try to blend them together. So that's 2300 and 2100. Grape and heather. We're going to start with the lightest color, heather. Oops, I almost put the wrong end in the pencil sharpener. Oops. Coming up from the bottom. Oh, that is such a beautifully pigmented color. I purposefully chose two shades that are really far apart in value just to see what happens. I'm going to grab that white also. Go in with the darker color underneath. I am such a messy colorist. Let's clean up a little bit of the mess that I made. I cannot help it, my friends. Beautiful colors. And for this green, I think I'm going to go brighter since I used so dark. So 5100. Let's do an experiment. And let's just use this in white. I'm going to concentrate this color towards the bottom. And I did pick the teeny tiniest illustration to test this out on. I'm really liking the way that this feels, and I want to do these leaves while I have this color in my hand. And then I'm going to mix this with a different shade. They feel so buttery. So let's grab 5095, this fresh green. Put that towards the top. I love the way that they feel. What do you guys think about the way that the colors look? Let's finish off. I think I'd like to go pink now. So let's do, we did this color before, but now let's do 2300 and 2200. So that's the heather color. And actually, where's 1900? Oh, that's this color. That's not the right shade. The barrel definitely does not look like the color. So that's something to consider. I really want to try these out on a big page, without a doubt. For these leaves, I think I want to go darker, 5130. I'm thinking about getting another copy of Small Victories because it's one of my favorite books to grab when I'm coloring in the dark. Oh, that is so pretty. Oops. Why am I so messy, my friends? Why? Okay, one more with the leaves. And I think I'm going to do these two colors, 5100 and 5095. Either I'm pressing too hard or I'm sharpening them too much because I'm breaking some points. I'm going to go back to that lighter color. I love the way they feel. They are very luxurious feeling. I really like the look of these. I need to definitely do a lot more testing, but at first glance, first initial feelings, I am loving these. Without a doubt, I'm thinking portraits and animals. Am I going to grab this set for florals all the time? Probably not, because there's not a lot of very vibrant, super vibrant, like more neon, very saturated colors. But when I'm thinking about hair and fur, if the goal is to make it realistic, I am very interested. Although I will say, for leaves, and if I'm layering, if I'm coming over the top of polychromos, how do you guys use these pencils? Do you love them? What are your favorite subjects to draw, color, do art with? If you made it to this point in the video, will you put a pencil emoji so I know you are still here? I love you guys so much. Happy coloring, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, friends.